We were attacked at the Columbia Spring Jubilee Big Lick show, and this beautiful horse coming into us last week, Tarheel's Irresistible, he was actually in the top 10 champions for the Tennessee Walking Big Lick horses, and so they're pretty upset that we had him. And you know, he was in the slaughter pipeline, and you know, he was a champion. A lot of people are like, oh, we take excellent care of these horses. These horses are perfectly fine. You're looking at their top 10 champion horses, and they threw him away in the slaughter pipeline in his stacks. And we're getting a ton of people sending us pictures and video of him. And these horses get thrown away, and they get horribly abused. Like, he came in, chemical burns, you know, is what it looks like. He's got ridges where scarring has happened, and you know, why would their top champion be thrown away into the slaughter pipeline if they hadn't had cooked his legs to a point of non-return? But I wanted to go over the attack a little bit and also let you know the history. So for 10 years, we've been going to the Columbia Spring Jubilee horse show, and we've been protesting. And it used to be, when we went there, like the first couple times, that law enforcement would actually remove us and threaten us with arrest if we were to take pictures or video. It's a public park. At a public park, you have the right to have freedom of speech. You have the right to be there, and it was very well documented that they didn't want anyone to be there documenting these horses, videoing them in slow motion, and raising awareness. And there was a lawsuit that was filed against the Sheriff Department for taking away people's constitutional rights. Murray County spent around $300,000 fighting that lawsuit that you couldn't take pictures in a public park. That's how bad and how deep the corruption runs when it's trying to cover up what's happening to these horses. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I grew up going to horse shows, and everyone's like, oh yeah, take pictures of my horses. Kids can be out there, you know, running barrels, and people are taking pictures. Nobody has a problem except this Big Lick cult, basically, is they don't want their horses to be seen. Only by their group. I mean, there was another place taking video when we were there. It's their people that are videoing the show, and they're fine with that. But that lawsuit was one. Clint C. fought that. I went and talked about it, testifying about what was happening, and Clint won that lawsuit, and we have gone there for 10 years, and since that lawsuit have freely been able to take video and pictures at the public park. And what happened on Thursday was just beyond words. One thing I've heard them use for years is, well, you only want to be there to take pictures of little kids. And that's not why we were there at all. But they like to use their kids as a way of don't take pictures of our horses. I think it's just ironic that these same people that attack us because they don't want their kids videoed have their kids' pictures, and they're posted in a magazine, a Big Lick magazine. Like, here's our kids showing multiple pictures. And it just goes to show that they don't want to have people there that are speaking out. If you have your show at a public park, everyone's constitutional right, they have a right to be there, they have a right to free speech, and you can film in the public park. So when the guy came up and was like, don't take pictures of my kids, if you watch the videos, like, we weren't trying to focus on kids. We were there to document the abuse. I was videoing slow-mo to show the reality of what's happening to these horses, but we didn't stop filming because we have a constitutional right, and that lawsuit proves that. So, if he would have said, hey, don't film my kids, and just left us alone, we were focusing on the horses and I was filming in slow-mo. And I think it's just ironic that they'll complain about us and they'll post their pictures of their kids in magazines and have no problem with that. So it's not a matter of their kids, it's a matter of the abuse coming out and the fact that this guy was a champion, one of their champions, and you know, through support from people like you, we were able to save him out of the slaughter pipeline. I think they're just really upset, and the timing of everything coming together just created a colossal storm, and our constitutional right was violated. Jason's bleeding everywhere, but the entire crowd was saying, he hit him first, he hit him first. And if we didn't have it on video that he came and attacked us, we would have probably gone to jail. But thankfully, we've learned that you document everything and you have every camera going as possible, because these guys have no problem lying. The lady had no problem stealing Jason's phone. You know, it's really horrendous. And you know, the journey with this beautiful boy is that, you know, we want to document everything we can with him. Our vets are caring for him. It takes a while to be able to remove the stacks. We have to do it properly. These stacks down here have been on him probably his entire life. I mean, not when he was born, but shortly thereafter they start training them when they're, you know, a year and a half old, 2 years old. They're already showing them. So he's had him on for a long time. He's on pain management. We just want to make sure that everything's well documented, and that when the time does come, but he does have some other things that the vets are really concerned about. We're gonna take our time with him, slow, but he is comfortable. He's in a nice stall. He's bedded down, and this is why we do what we do, and this is why I will go and protest. Is because horses like him need someone when their owners just throw them away. Literally, here's a champion thrown away in the slaughter pipeline, and that's what they want to have happen to all these horses when they're done with them. They don't want people to see them, and the slaughter pipeline's the best way for them to disappear. So we need people to speak out. We need you to be the voice for these horses and help us end this horrendous practice of an artificial gait that's only achieved through abuse and suffering.